All right, we are back, and a day dawns for the group. It is raining. It is not storming. It's just rain, so you don't have to worry about thunder and lightning at this point. But are there spells that you guys want to cast before you get moving?
I am refreshing my contact home power.
Okay.
Strength and Cat's Grace on Ockar.
Okay, let's see. We are looking at... Okay, no wild surges, so Ockar, give me a 1d8 and 1d6, please.
Gotcha.
Alright, that is going to be 1850 strength and 3 points of dexterity.
That puts me at 18 deck and 1850 strength. Okay.
Alright.
And Omen for today, just in view whether we would meet a dragon or not. And since this has to be fairly... can I ask whether we will meet a dragon or whether...
I believe you're...
today's day will...
Yeah, it's how will today's day go? It's not will we meet a dragon. You need something like you need a divination spell that's a little bit more specific.
Okay, how will today go?
What's the omen for today?
Yeah, the omen for today. Let me first see if there's a wild surge.
Green is your lucky color, and
Yeah.
If there's a wild surge,
your lucky numbers for the day are.
if there's a wild surge, it summons a creature that we weren't actually going to meet.
Actually, you don't get the numbers, but it will tell you that the numbers you just chosen for playing the lottery were wrong.
The omen for today is dire.
Oh dear.
Oof.
oh, fun.
Ebha passes this on to the others and says, it seems it's going to be a rather dire day.
That could just be the weather, though.
Well, it could be the weather, yes. Mm-hmm.
Or we encounter lots of dire beasts.
Well,
Yeah.
presuming.
Dire wolves, don't we?
I mean, should we try and take even longer going around? I mean, presumably we might still be in the lair. That's why you got a dire warning. Presumably, if we think worst case scenario.
Lafdul, you would have to ask that because Omen is once a week. And Lever has cast it for this week.
I mean, you can also it doesn't necessarily mean anything to do with a dragon. You could get a dire omen if you were going to be walking over a bit of ground and a sinkhole was going to open, or you were going to encounter a whole tribe of hostile giants. I mean,
That's true.
I would have said that the omen was dire before that encounter with the shambling mounds, for example.
So unless we do something different,
So, what the spell means that we.
But then, how do you know the spell didn't take that into account?
It does not take into account changes that you make after the omen is cast.
Yeah.
So if you get the omen, and you decide to do something different, that omen no longer applies. But you also can't recast it.
So we can cut a bit further north, and we'll probably spend another day.
but it would be, which is what we want to do. We want to do something slightly different.
Can we cut half a day north and still?
I mean, anything that you do is going to add another full day to your journey.
Okay.
There's no half-day measures here.
Well, just that, like,
User
I'm
tracking.
calculating this simply on number of days traveled. So
Company of the Broken Swords never does anything with half measures.
That's
Well,
true.
what we could do is just leave an hour later or earlier than we had in mind. That might already change the omen.
something
Could
as
be,
minor
I
as that
guess.
could change it. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, and then we wait an hour. We just have to hope that's enough.
Okay.
In that case, can we find some water
But
within an hour?
Don't forget, it could be even worse.
It could be.
So if you're
The
gonna
idea
spend
is
if you're gonna spend an hour around the campsite, do you want to do anything extra in that time?
I want to see if there's any water, or see if we can. I mean, because we're within 3 days of our intended target, they're gonna have scouting parties. One would assume hunting for their own supplies. We should be within contactable distance at this point. We might just encounter them.
Never asks after whether he doesn't have. You have some spells as well that.
Don't memorize them today.
Oh, okay. Ah, well.
Well, Braxon
Might
looks Finn and Lafdul. If Lafdul's going to go off and look for water, he'll go with Lafdul.
I assume everyone would be doing this if we're all going to spend like an hour.
Well, you're not really staying at camp if everyone is going to look for water.
Yeah. All right.
Like, you can look for water and then say, I found the water, it's over here, and you can, as part of your day's journey, go to the water and then move on.
Yeah. It's doing something different that breaks our intended, predetermined result.
Yeah.
So we're making use of the hour.
Yeah. Bearing in mind that if we're about to walk into sinking sand, we'll still walk into sinking sand an hour
We'll
later.
go in pairs then.
Yeah, we should go in pairs or something.
So at least one melee with each of the casters. Well, I mean,
Alright.
I'm kind of both, so.
Lafdul and Braxon, you want to go look for water? Finn, did you want to go with them?
I'll go look for water in a different direction. Double our chances.
Okay.
Yeah. Should probably be 2 groups, really.
Well, Finn, would you be changing form?
Yeah, I'll probably change form this time.
Okay. Into...
I'll go Panther again.
Okay.
If he changed it to an elephant, he could bring the water back.
It sounds silly, but can
No, I don't think we should drink water from his nose.
Finn doesn't get the language he transforms into, does he?
No.
You know, so say if he could be like a wolf or something.
No, he does not.
Be like a pack. Beowulf could have like a pack buddy then.
Alright, so... I'm not going to specify exactly what directions you're going, but Finn, do you want to go in kind of like a right angle to them, or directly opposite them?
I'll go directly opposite them.
Okay.
Yeah, probably go opposites.
Alright, hold on a second.
I'm going with my armor, so, you know.
Ola spends the hour very usefully chatting with Aggie.
I see if I can listen occasionally to see if I can hear running water, even though it's raining. Probably not.
You might. You might.
There'll be a stronger current, if anything, so... flow of water.
Braxon whispers to Lafdul, "Say,
I hear Braxon. What? Yes.
Water goes downhill. Maybe we should look for like holes or something."
Are we on an incline? Can you find out with your staff? Isn't that one of your abilities?
Oh, yes. Well, I think it just detects north.
That only works underground. If it can detect inclines, it only works underground. All right, but you're going to periodically stop to listen, Lafdul?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm specifically trying to listen for water, but I might coincidentally hear other things.
Sure. So every once in a while, you tell Braxon to stop and be quiet, and you listen. What is your chance?
45.
Okay. You do not hear anything the first time that you stop to listen. So you wait about you travel on for about 10 more minutes and do it again, or
Mhm.
well, probably be a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah.
more. 15 minutes wise. Okay. All right. No, you do not hear any water that second time either.
Braxon says to whispers to Lafdul, "Say, when you are up in the trees, can you detect where the low bits are, where the rivers might be? Can you see like the trees going up and down?"
I mean, one could. I mean, constantly it rains. It's not going to be much of a distinction. There's going to be water everywhere, so to
Yeah.
speak.
But if
It's
we're
not
looking
like
for a
you
river-
see like a line of like more greener trees.
Well, you'd really only it's really only obvious when you get a big river. Like little
Right.
streams and brooks and creeks, those don't make a big difference in the overall canopy shape kind of thing.
Right. I see.
So you begin to continue on again when all of a sudden this great big black shape just barrels out of the underbrush and slams into you, Braxon.
Oh.
You feel yourself bowled over onto your back, and you find a large cat licking your face.
Lafdul's having a laughing fit at that point.
I'm not gonna lie. I almost thought that Braxton got tackled by a displacer beast.
Braxton
thought-
lifts the cat off himself and says, "Finn, is that you?"
What else is it gonna be?
Finn, you can go ahead and describe what you do.
Okay. So I'll circle around him once and then lead him off to where I found some water.
All right, it's you could definitely get everyone to stop here after breaking camp, and it really won't cause any delay on your journey. It's a bit of a brook. It's kind of slow moving, and that's why you didn't hear anything. All right, so you guys return to camp.
Yeah, obviously replacing the water.
Okay.
Yeah. Braxton will wipe his face a bit.
Ugh, kitty
yeah.
slobber. Ugh.
Get the kitty slobber off.
You know, they have rather rough tongues compared to like dogs.
Oh
so
yeah, especially
that
when
was
they're
probably
bigger.
like sandpaper, wet sandpaper.
Oh, it gets stuck in his beard if Braxton's been growing a beard.
Hmm.
Braxton does have a beard.
Probably would have after at least several days of traveling out here.
I mean,
no,
you
he
can
always had the beard.
you can cut it short easily. Like it's
Yeah,
not that
but it's
difficult.
not. None of us have like a proper shaving gear.
Well, yeah,
At least the
but that's
humans.
for actually shaving. Trimming is different.
Talk to yourself.
Braxton always has a beard and a tash unless there's some reason why he needs to not have them.
I mean,
Solas
Ockar-
have a decent kit for grooming.
Ockar has a beard, but he just kind of trims it when he feels like it's getting too long.
I mean, Solas worships civilized deity, so he needs to look civilized.
Even in the jungle, he's gotta look civilized.
So is that an insult to Lafdul, the only clean-shaven one here?
I mean, Lafdul can't really grow, but he gets a little bit scruff. Maybe that's about it.
Hey, Lafdul's an
mean-
elf. Elves can't
Not
grow
until they're
facial hair.
old.
They can. Most of them don't. But I
I thought
mean,
you had to be like really old. Was it like really slow?
it's definitely comes in more often with age. But I mean, it's the fashion of Drow to wear mustaches. So
I
I
thought
mean,
the elves.
Solas have a civilized-looking beard.
I thought the elves of Kryn couldn't grow beards.
Lafdul isn't an elf of Kryn.
No, I know he's not, but
He's an elf of Faerun, and I thought Faerun elves couldn't grow beards either.
I can't remember. I'd have to look up the law.
I
am not that
don't think we
concerned.
need to delay the game with all looking up beard rules.
Most
for
definitely not.
But in the Discord later, head over to the Discord later where there will be an elf beard related discussion.
Quite possibly.
In the D&D channel.
All right, so you guys
I'm opting out of this.
head down to get some water.
I should probably keep an eye out for potential encounters of Red Njord at this point.
Yeah.
I mean,
are we?
You're not at the mountains yet.
I
No,
think we
but
are
they're
more,
gonna have
we are
hunting
more.
parties.
Not necessarily.
They might.
I mean, they might.
Point
Yeah,
is,
they might. They might. You can definitely keep some.
All I'm saying is
extra,
keep an eye
yeah.
out. That's all.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, you're also days away from the mountains, so.
Yeah.
I mean, people go days away to get supplies.
Sure.
Also, they might very well be growing their own food.
Yeah, they might have a farm.
Permanent base.
Gasp! They might have banana trees.
All right, so you go ahead and fill up your water. This water is clean, quite refreshing. Finn, you'll need to change back, or are you not changing back?
I'm actually going to pick up my water skin from where I left it before we leave the camp and kind of set it at Solas's feet and look at him pleadingly.
Solas takes Finn and fills the water skins.
And pours it over. What about?
Solas doesn't have any need to prank Finn.
I mean, pouring water on him when it's raining
Yeah, it's not going to really do much.
doesn't have quite the same effect.
But Solas does scratch behind Finn's ears.
Does that actually feel good? After that's Finn when he transforms back.
Well, you'll have to wait till you ask him.
Well, I
And
mean,
Finn,
go ahead, Finn.
and then Finn will resume his scouting duties when we go back to moving.
Okay. All right, so you guys can go ahead and reposition
How many
yourselves.
water skins that was, by the way?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How many water skins was that Finn brought to me?
Just one.
Okay.
I had one that was already full, so.
Okay. And that's, you're having someone carry that?
I put it in the back of transformation.
Okay.
Since it's leather and the water will stay basically at the same quality.
Okay.
Be low quality water.
Well, it's not fouled water, so.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys can go ahead
Finn's-
and reposition yourselves. Aggie's
Yeah.
in the lead again.
So is Finn staying as a cat?
Yes.
Yes.
Should we go back on the road?
What
Well,
road?
it's not really a road.
Yeah, there
Well,
really
I
isn't a
thought
road.
this was
It's pretty dense here, so this works a little bit better
Bushwhacking.
for
Okay.
representing what you are going through.
I'm going to annoy Lever by going over there.
Isn't Lever meant to be in front of us? Because
She
we're
should
meant to be at the back.
What?
We're at the back, you're in the middle.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of the party. So you're protected from the front and the back.
Mm-hmm.
You and
That
Solas
sounds
are in the
good.
middle.
Yeah, we put the brains in the middle.
Solas, where are you?
I'm in the middle.
Well, he's sort of off to one side.
Well, I'm basically.
I don't even know what the line is.
I'm basically walking in a way that if there's sudden breath attacks, I'm not not in the line of them. If let's say Ockar is attacked or Braxon is attacked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it would be
essentially, this is the
slightly
line right now.
strong.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, based on
Keep that there.
based
I'll
on the
do that.
positioning of where you guys are right now, that's kind of what the line is.
Yeah.
If you wanna position yourselves differently, that's fine. I mean, you also
Like
don't
what?
have to like, it doesn't have to be a line. It could be more of like a moving circle with one person at the front. It could be a wedge. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you could do. It's up to you guys.
Yeah.
Have you seen AuldDragon's Baldur's Gate Let's Play? Because there's like party formations in there.
Well, they're so bad. They're so annoying. I hate those formations.
Yeah,
Well,
you
let
can
me
right-click
let
on
me
it and change
specify
it.
something. Anyway, so you guys happy with how are you
Yeah.
traveling like that? Okay.
Yeah, we'll just fish. We'll fish Solas out the swamp when he falls into it.
All right, so you got a bit of a later start, and you are traveling through the jungle. After about an hour, Aggie.
Old,
Yeah?
I think we'll try to be quiet because we've been warned that something might happen.
Well, slows down by half.
Is anyone choosing not to wear armor, or are you just trying to be quiet in your armor?
Yeah, that's the point. All right, we
I
won't.
mean, like, you can still
Yeah,
try to be
okay.
quiet in your armor. That's perfectly fine. I'm not
yeah,
saying you
Braxon's
can't.
trying to be quiet in his armor.
Okay, I'm just checking.
We'll keep the general conversation to minimum.
Yeah.
All right, so after about an hour of travel, Aggie stops you, and he starts looking at some of the trees flanking your path, and he turns to you and says, "I have bad news. We didn't go as far as I had hoped to skirt the territory."
So are we in the middle now?
Middle hard to say,
the
but
edge.
we're definitely inside. I couldn't tell you exactly how long we've been inside the territory.
I mean-
Well, considering how we have traveled so far, would you say that it would be best to press on?
Unless you want to backtrack, I would say it is probably best to push on at this point. But it's up to you.
If we were to backtrack and then try to go around, would that increase our travel by 1 or 2 days?
At least another day. Maybe 2. It's hard to say. I would need to pay much more attention to these trees. The signs can be difficult to see.
And even then, it would not be guaranteed.
Maybe we could try scouting and being stealthy.
So one
Braxon
thing to note is that Aggie is he's Aggie warrior clan for a reason. He's not the hunters and the trackers and the scout clans. Those would all be ones who would have an easier time spotting these signs that he's looking for now.
Braxon whispers to Aggie, what is it you're seeing in the trees? Is it possible you and Finn could check to see whether those same signs are in different directions? Perhaps we could just walk back a little bit and head due north.
Do you guys want to wait? I mean, Finn is out ranging around right now. He does come back periodically. You can, like, hold tight for, it's usually about 15 minutes that he'd be back within about that. Do you want to hold tight right here and wait for Finn to get back?
Yes.
We could try speaking to the animals, but I don't have the spells prepared, unfortunately.
Maybe we should back off a bit from these weird trees.
Well, it's
Maybe
not
we could
weird.
send
They're not weird
sending-
trees. They're not weird trees, and Aggie did just tell you that you're within the territory right now.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
A
could.
push.
But Levi is doing ascending. Is starting ascending to Finnel. Telling him, please
Finn.
come.
Right, but so Finn will be back within 15 minutes,
All
and
right.
it takes 10 minutes to cast a spell.
Yeah, okay.
Unless, of course, Finn got, eaten by a horrible, nasty monster out there.
That's true. Maybe he's been eaten by a dragon.
But then ascending wouldn't help, would it?
No, not really.
That actually raises a question. What happens if there's nobody to receive the sending?
I think you just don't get a response back.
Is it like a phone call where nobody answers?
No, there's no indication to you that it's not received, other than not getting a response back.
All right.
Which, I mean, there's no difference between someone being dead and someone just actively choosing not to answer. Most people are going to respond since they can with, like, acknowledged or thanks for the information or something like that. But someone could choose not to respond at all.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys want to hold tight for up to 15 minutes for Finn to get back?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we should wait for Finn.
Okay. Finn, you circle back to where you expect the party to be traveling on, and you realize that they haven't come through that part. So you backtrack a bit and find the party holding tight.
Okay.
Remember that you can't speak, but you can, pantomime out in a way to indicate what you're interested in knowing. You'll also have to let them know that you're there, because you're pretty stealthy as a cat like that.
I could always pounce on Braxon again.
Can I occasionally hear it, just passively?
Not really, no.
Listen? Although
Can
I
you
need a
not
much
purr
higher
at
score.
it or something?
Basically, Finn would have to make some noise that you would intentionally make some noise that you would hear.
Yeah, but thieves have higher hearing than most other player characters.
I mean, yeah, you can constantly make hearing checks, but that's like he'd have to snap a twig kind of thing.
Finnel, can you purr?
Well, Finn will notice that the party's not moving, so he'll just walk into the middle of the group and sit down.
Yeah.
Point to the trees and say, "Dragon?" ? Well, shrug.
Finn can understand you. He doesn't lose his ability to understand you. He just can't speak.
Solas says that Aggie said that we are in the dragon territory.
And I'll walk over to Aggie and look up at him questioningly.
So he bends down and says, "Mind if I pick you up?"
Finn will actually nod his head.
Okay, so he picks you up, and he's obviously not handled a lot of cats. It's not the most comfortable.
It's like a giant
grip.
version of a giant macaque.
It's not the most comfortable grip, but he's definitely trying his best to not hurt you in any way. It doesn't actually injure you, but it's just definitely not comfortable. So he points to some very subtle marks on a couple of the trees, and you realize, Finn, that those are claw marks in these trees, but they're obviously not claw marks that a creature intentionally left. Like some animals will mark a tree as their territory with a swipe of their claws, and that's not what these are. Go ahead and give me a wisdom check against half your score.
Can he smell?
You can try that after this. No, okay.
Wouldn't Finn's hunting help?
No, because this isn't a normal animal. This is an intelligent creature. All right, so you don't make any. Your mind doesn't jump to any specific conclusions. I will let you draw conclusions as you desire. Is there anything that you want to do? You can you can easily signal to Aggie that you want to get closer if you wanted to do so, and I'm not going to be concerned about that.
I'll do that, and I'll try seeing if I can pick up a scent from it.
Okay. There's a very subtle smell. Not really one that you could describe. Definitely not an animal that you've smelled before, and it's not very strong.
The fact that you can even smell
So
it.
you get a bonus for being a cat.
Well, that's basically why he can smell this. If he were in anything, well, if he were in his normal form, he wouldn't have been able to smell this, and you would know that.
Nova's got heightened smell, actually. But that's only if she's close.
That's true, she does.
Okay. Do I recall smelling that before while I was out scouting?
No.
Okay.
Can I see Finnel sniffing it?
Yeah, and you can all you guys can all do things that you want. This is also Aggie had to pick Finn up. This is over 10 feet off the ground here.
I say to Aggie, when you're done with that, see if Behemoth can pick up a scent as well. If Ockar be allowing Behemoth to do that. I mean, wolves can track just as well as a panther.
I think it would be if Beowulf himself allows the.
Well, he does what Ockar tells him.
Well, Finn, while you're there, is there anything else you want to do? Any questions about the marks that you're seeing? Anything like that?
Can I tell which direction they were made in?
Downward.
Was it swiping down?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not really a swipe, but definitely the claw marks are going. They started at the top and went down. I will say that you do not think that this was specifically an intentional action of the creature. As in, again, it's not a creature marking its territory by swiping at the tree.
Could Finn guess if that was made by the dragon when they pounced on target?
Well, it's on a tree.
You'd have to see the disturbance on the ground. He would have to make that conclusion on his own as well.
Braxon's
Yeah,
wondering.
she shouted that to him.
We don't want to shout things to him.
Wow, you 10 feet up, speak to him.
Yeah, I know. We don't want to be heard by dragons that might be nearby.
Yes.
Well, Braxton says to the people who are near him, do you think those marks up there could be the dragon taking off? Climbing up the trees to take off?
Not unless we go up there, we can't tell ourselves. I mean, I could climb up, but I'm going to wait until Finn's done.
Yeah, I'll signal to Aggie to set me back down.
Okay, he places you back on the ground. Did you want to see if Beowulf would sniff that?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So you need to you have to calm Beowulf when Aggie bends down to pick him up.
Yeah.
But he gives you a look as kind of like, are you sure this is necessary?
So why you abandoned me?
And
dog eyes.
You have to reassure Beowulf, but then he does let Aggie lift him up to the marks on the tree. He sniffs at them and begins growling and kind of like snuffling a bit. Aggie then puts him down.
Okay.
They've got the scent, so we just have to travel and just be quiet as best we can.
All right.
Ockar, how well can you communicate with Beowulf?
Well, basically on how like a normal person communicates with their dog, basically.
Yeah, there's no magical.
Isn't Beowulf more intelligent?
He's
than
more
a normal
intelligent, yes, but he's still a wolf.
You can't communicate, and I did not prepare telepathy.
And I was
I do
playing.
have it on a squirrel.
I was planning on working on training him using a dog training manual once we had a chance to settle down after this quest.
Yeah, training wouldn't help with communication, but it would help you have some other things for him to be able to do.
Yeah.
Like subdue or kill or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Braxton says to the others, I think we have two choices here, and we need to make our choice quick and get moving. And those choices are, we either push further north and try to get out the territory, and then carry on towards the mountain, or we push on towards the mountain and try and get out the other end of the territory.
Remember the omen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the omen,
Well,
doesn't necessarily apply since you've made some choices.
True enough.
yeah. Well, we waited a bit, so maybe the dragon might have flown off, but we've come on the same course after searching for water, and we've wandered into the territory.
I should
I
also note real fast, these are not fresh. These marks are not fresh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
They was
sorry.
going to ask that.
It's hard to say exactly how old they are, but they're not, like, today, probably not yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, unless someone has any sort of skill in this, I don't think we have any way to know whether going north will help, and whether we're slightly in the territory or whether we're on the edge of the territory and likely to go further in. But I'm going to vote for going north. So at a right angle from our current direction.
So you mean try and get around it?
Well, we're in it. I'm
Yes.
vote try to
Try.
go hopefully go directly straight out of it and then carry on skirting around.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know, so I'll go with the majority here.
Aggie will tell you that mountain ranges do tend to form natural territorial boundaries for the dragons, if that makes any difference.
Yeah.
How
Could this
close are the
be?
dragon- how close to the dragon? How close are the mountains?
You're still looking at least a day straight ahead before you're really getting into like the foothills. But it's
What's
more
that?
of the peaks are the boundaries.
What's that in dragon terms? Would that be well within the territory of the dragon that lives in the mountains?
Well, again, it's hard to say. He doesn't know where the territory of the dragon that lives in the mountains is. And usually there isn't much overlap.
Okay.
Any of you capable of making the distraction at distance, the casters?
What kind of distraction?
I don't know, like a noise in a long distance away. I don't know, like an explosion or something. I don't know.
Not
I'm just
really.
thinking of a distraction. Maybe either of you get any illusion scrolls that can make an illusion later on, like in an hour, like a loud noise. After we've travelled in one direction.
I don't
Don't
think we
forget,
should.
Leva has a ring that allows her to extend the range of a spell.
I don't
But
think.
I think Lafdul means make this distraction in distance of kilometers or miles away.
I don't think we should draw attention to anywhere on our route because the dragon might be able to track us.
Well, Aggie did say that at this point
We're in its territory. It knows.
I think
eventually.
at this point it would be.
I think rather than talking, we need to vote for going north or forwards, and then go. Because we're in the territory, we should move. And it's just a guess, so I think we should all have our guess, unless someone has specific information they think would be useful.
Keep in mind
Should we go
also that
north?
you did go north by a day, hoping to skirt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we already have to also go south one day later on to regroup.
That's fine. That's fine. So you can vote to go forwards. I'm just saying I think we should just vote and go.
I will vote to go forward.
Yeah, Leva is there too. Agrees.
Mm-hmm. Free.
And we'll face in that direction.
Alright, Ockar?
What?
Do you vote to go through the territory since we are already in it, or do we go north and try to skirt the territory more?
I vote we just go through it.
Right. Majority says we go forward. Let's get
Braxon.
moving. Yeah.
Braxon, the reason why Leva voted this is because we don't actually know where they're going. In changing directions would get us anywhere.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I just want to get moving. I'm quite happy to be outvoted. I just wanted to move rather than stay here having a discussion because the dragon could turn up at any point.
Yeah, it can turn up anywhere where we are. So
Yeah.
sitting here or going ahead is...
Well, thankfully, it's raining, so our noise is dampened a bit.
And our smells are dampened a bit.
That's true.
How long does it look like it'll rain for?
Does anyone have the weather sense proficiency?
No.
No.
I'm just looking. Does it look really cloudy? That's all I want to know.
It always looks cloudy.
Alright. Good enough for me. It's raining. Let's go.
I don't suppose we could get that spell cast that makes it impossible to see us and then carry the spellcaster on a litter. Was it
Solas that had that spell. I don't forget.
No, never have something to make the flitter seem invisible. And she had to concentrate. Anyway, we don't have that option now, so we'll just push ahead.
All right. Okay. Real fast, Finn, you didn't have weather sense proficiency?
Correct. I only have the spell.
Okay. All right. I couldn't remember if you had the proficiency. All right. So you let Aggie know that you think it's best to push on, and he nods in acceptance and begins leading you on. Yeah.
Something we never discussed with Aggie.
Mm-hmm.
If we do approach the dragon, we'll try and talk to it, so don't throw your spear straight away. If it at least parlays with us, give us a chance to try and parlay.
He says, I think that's a bad idea. I think it will probably just attack, but if that's what you wish...
I mean, don't be the first one to throw the spear. I mean, if it looks like it's going to, then use your best judgment, but we'll try to talk our way out of it.
Very well. He doesn't look particularly happy about that, but he's definitely looking like he's going to abide by it. He has told you that he would. Which, unless you have some kind of spell to see if he's lying, that's the best you can do.
I mean, ideally, we don't want to fight the dragon. That's all.
All right.
Well,
okay.
Ideally, we should have had a conversation with you over dinner before we set off.
Well, the thing is, no one actually mentioned it to him, so this is the first time that we've said.
I know. Well, we'll find out what happens when the dragon arrives to eat us.
So, you are traveling for a few more hours. You took a short break for some lunch and continue on. And it's early afternoon when, let's see, Lafdul and Leva and Finn and Bjornmolf too. You guys and Aggie as well. He kind of he'd be in this group too. You hear something off on this map to the north. You're not sure. It's not a it's not close by. I'm just saying it's off in this direction. It's somewhere off in the jungle, and it starts off as subtle. So you guys don't like. It's Lafdul, Leva, Finn, Bjornmolf, and Aggie, because your hearing is better. Aggie kind of holds up a hand and says, "Shh, quiet." And you guys can hear there's definitely something. It sounds like something large is moving to the north.
Shit.
Is there anything you guys want to do while you're listening?
There is this instinct that tells her to hide, run, hide. I guess we should let the others know why we said stop.
I mean, Aggie kind of made it clear that he's hearing something.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll circle back to the group to make sure that they heard it.
Okay. So go ahead and position yourself back with the group where you would be.
Is there any trees around me?
There's plenty of trees. There's tons of trees. Big trees.
What's the condition of the tree? As in, like, does it look like it's got loads of overgrowth around it?
You're looking at the closest tree?
Yeah, I guess.
'Cause
they tend to make a lot of noise when you start climbing them.
Yeah. There's quite a bit of ground cover around here.
Alright, now I attempt to just hide in shadows, hide behind a tree, and I try to motion the others to do the same.
All right. So Finn, you come back to the group. You see them. Aggie has clearly stopped the group and is listening intently, focused to the north, which is the direction that you heard the sound. Lafdul, just go ahead and put yourself up against some of the foliage where you would be if you would be getting closer to the party or further away. And what is your hide in shadows?
I guess I might be over there, trying to crouch behind this little divot or tree or something. I'd imagine.
Yeah, just assume that all of these masses of plants have big trees in them.
1 second. My hide in shadows is 40 with my armor. My move silently is 60.
Okay.
That's the downside of my armor. I'm putting points into that when I level up, which I will level up after this episode, but I may die to a dragon. So I will not level up. I need 100 XP to level.
Now, you can all kind of hear this sound. Something large is moving. It's not knocking over trees, but it's causing a rustling in the underbrush, and it's not just a deer moving through this or a large cat. There's something bigger than that.
What's the air smell like? Does it smell acrid, or does it smell like some kind of weird
It smells rainy.
Oh.
You're smelling the underbrush. You're smelling there's leaf litter on the ground that's rotting a bit. That kind of thing.
Solas has his spell components ready in hand.
Okay. Anything anyone else wants to do?
So definitely sounds like it's getting closer.
It's in the area.
It has gotten louder. So that because especially for you, Braxon, and this goes for Ockar as well, and to a lesser extent Solas. Everyone else seeing, those others that I mentioned, they, told you to stop. Aggie told you to stop. Quiet, be quiet. Obviously, they were hearing something, and now you can too. Is it moving towards you? Hard to say. Is it moving parallel to you, and thus it's just closer right now? Hard to say.
Braxton's going to freeze as much as possible until he's fairly convinced it's definitely coming straight at us.
Okay.
If you can see Lafdul's just saying hit the ground, basically.
Well, Lafdul, you just tried to sort of melt into the underbrush and the shadows and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's I guess I would actually be prone. I would literally be right on the ground.
Okay.
Finn's gonna move away from the center of the group and hide in some bushes over here.
Okay.
I'm not sure if Braxton can get into these plants.
Just assume they're big trees.
Yeah, assume that they're big trees in the center of that and everything like that.
Right. What about this thing where Braxton is?
There's a tree in there. There's a tree in there.
All right. Well, he'll back into there if he can.
All right. Real fast. Now, keep in mind that there's also underbrush there, so you're definitely making noise when you're doing
that. Well, if he doesn't look like he can get in there, he'll stay still.
Okay.
He'll stay out there then. And just try not to move.
I sent you something, Finn. Did you see that, Finn?
Yeah, I saw it. I'm just trying to remember how to do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just hold on a second.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm going to keep trying to listen to see if I can gauge direction, whether it's ahead of me or if it's to the side of me.
I found how to do it.
All right. Leva, I see you dropped out of Roll20. Are you still in the voice chat?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
In that case, I'm still here.
Okay.
I dropped that. Roll 20?
Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
now you're back.
Good time. I didn't
Yeah,
do anything.
All right, I was just worried that you'd said that you were having some connectivity problems occasionally, so I was
Yeah.
just a little worried about that.
I was worried too. Did you get that? Where I said that Leva would take a gulp of her invisibility potion. That would make her invisible for about 10 minutes.
I did not see that. Okay, so you do that.
If I see Leva do that, I'm going to do that as well.
You're busy. You're busy trying to hide. So.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
If I see Levin not being visible, I'll be not visible as well.
I know Finn's got one. I've got one. Leva's got
Yeah.
invisibility potions.
I don't
have
think
the
Braxon would
invisibility
notice that
No.
Levin was invisible.
That's 10 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's between
Yeah.
10 and 30.
Yeah. So now that sound is definitely getting closer.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking a gulp. Also.
Yeah, I am as well. I'm taking a potion of invisibility. Go
Uh,
with it.
how much of that is left?
It's getting to you. That's the problem.
Do you have any on you?
No.
I don't think I do.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Dragon see invisibility, but
Go ahead and those of you who've done that, go ahead and mark something on your token to indicate that you've done that.
I've lost my token.
Mm.
I mean, yes, there it is.
Yeah, there you are.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm hidden. It's the ninja mask.
How do I? Oh. Ah, there you go. I've also adopted the ninja mask.
Which one is that?
I mean, you can just choose anything. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's on the second row.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to do as it's coming closer? Again, it could be moving parallel, but it's definitely getting closer to you.
Probably smell us at this point.
Braxon's
It is
trying to
raining
see it.
pretty heavily. I mean, it's raining quite a bit.
It's a dragon.
Braxon's-
Dragons are like supernatural beings.
Braxon's going to try and keep his head fairly still, but he's going to try to use his eyes to look for branches that twang and that sort of thing, to try and see if he can work out where this thing is.
Okay. All right. So it is continuing to get louder. All of a sudden, from behind you, you hear a voice.
Oh dear.
Whirling around, you see up in the trees, and these are big trees, because these are also the same types of trees that can hold houses for Aggie's giant kind. There is a very, very large reptilian creature perched amongst the branches of some of these trees, looking down at you.
Oh, fun.
This creature is... It's hard to say. You cannot see its full body and tail length, but it's... size-wise, you're definitely looking at... and actually it would be a bit closer than this. It'd be here for those looking. This thing is of considerable size.
Oh no.
Exactly how large it is, hard to say, but you're definitely looking at a body of over 70 feet, including the
Braxon.
neck, and
That's
head.
bigger than any dragon we've encountered before, isn't it?
Oh,
Braxon.
well, you
This
never
is like
saw
a mature.
you never saw Jewel in her dragon form, so you're not sure. But
Other than her.
it's larger
bigger
than the
than the
previous
last one.
It's bigger than the previous green dragon you saw. Yes.
The dragon
Braxon.
before was a skeleton, so
Braxon holds his hand up and says,
Before you can do
Greetings.
that, because like this is, I'm not rolling
Yeah.
for surprise for you because you guys were prepared for something. It just came from a different direction,
Uh-huh.
and it's not actually immediately attacking; it's speaking. But this is all This is a thing, and it looks like Leva has dropped off, unfortunately.
oh yeah.
So, like, you were all facing one direction, and suddenly this voice comes from the other direction. So you're, like, whirling around in shock and surprise. And this beast speaks to you and says, "So, I see you off-worlders have entered my territory, and you bring one of the swampies with you." Aggie's clearly ready. He's gripping his spears, but he has listened to you and is not like immediately throwing it. But the creature continues and says, "I have heard of your kind. You have many nice valuables. I am not hungry right now, but if you would like to leave your valuables, I am perfectly content to let you move on."
Braxon says, "We're not here for you. We're here for some off-worlders."
I don't care about your kind or your conflicts, but you have come into my territory, and you have brought one of the hated swampies with you.
We did.
I will
attempt to
eat
avoid
you.
the territory.
I will eat you if you are not content to pay a toll, shall we say.
There may be a benefit to you not eating us.
And there is if you leave your valuables.
There may be another benefit to you not eating us.
And what benefit might that be?
We hear that some off-world people are up in the mountains and have allied with the dragon there.
you could have its territory.
Yeah. We're not here to stay here, and we're not trying to invade your territory. We were trying to go around your territory. And we're there to get those people.
And
So,
if we clear off that dragon there, you can have its territory.
yeah. Or if we're attacking those people, you might be able to
We're just asking for our lives. We're not asking it to join us.
steal the territory from the other dragon. Would you be interested in expanding your territory?
I am always interested in expanding my territory. But you are here now, you are not there.
That is true.
And
But
I'm
this is an
quite
opportunity for you.
sure, I am quite sure that if I can eat you, which I am quite sure of that you would not stand very long. against the dragon there.
We are not
Kostax
the
Kalor
only
is
ones
much
attacking.
more dangerous than I am.
We are not the only ones targeting that dragon.
Oh, you have brought others into my territory? I may have to
No, not
ask
on your
toll from
territory.
them.
No, not on your territory. They are going different routes.
You have an opportunity here to gain extra territory. So perhaps you could have a meal. Perhaps we would kill you. We would only find out if we decided not to come to an arrangement.
What guarantee do I have that you are not in league with that dragon and you are lying to me?
That's a good question. Well, yes. Well, we've come all the way to this world, and we're tracking someone, and we're from outside the crystal sphere. We have people that worship gods that aren't native gods.
If we were allied with that dragon, we would have just landed on its territory.
Yeah, there is that.
But we are planning on surprising them.
And if we were here for you, we'd have brought a ship to attack you. We were trying to get to that dragon, or not. We're not specifically after that dragon, we're after the people it's protecting.
Yes, I am aware of those people. Kostax Kalor has made quite a hoard for himself off of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, with them gone,
you would be able to take the territory.
You'd be able to take the territory.
And his hoard?
Well,
we've
So,
already...
just to make a note, Solas, you drank the potion of invisibility, and you're speaking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
you've spoken already, so...
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to speak then. Well, as for the horde, at the time we figured that we would take it as part of the loot for dealing with the dragon and for the pirates. But if you're willing to let us live and go through your territory and we defeat that dragon, I think it would be fair to allow you to take as you wish from that horde, to an extent. As our toll.
We have other parties. We have already.
We have partners. We have partners in
well,
this.
That's for like the loot from the pirates and from like.
Also from the dragon, since we are going to have.
Look, I'm trying to get us out of here without dying.
Yeah, I know. I'm not arguing with you. Braxon says to Ockar, we've made arrangements with other parties, but perhaps he turns back to the dragon. My name's Braxon. I don't know your name yet. Would you be willing to tell us your name, or shall I just call you Dragon?
I see no reason not to give you my name, especially if you end up in my belly. I am Thalodaxa.
Okay, Thalodaxa. We have made a promise, and we keep our promises. We've made a promise to other parties. So, were we to attack the dragon and the pirates at the other place, we have a split set up with them. Were you to be a temporary partner in the arrangement, you could have a share with the other groups. That way, this becomes a very good opportunity for you to get rid of a rival dragon, a dragon that you say is more powerful than you, without a fight. Well, with a fight, but not with a fight with people who could be on your side.
But if I let you travel through my territory without any sort of toll, and you fail, I get nothing, not even your delicious flesh. She's definitely eyeing in the direction of the now invisible Lafdul and Leva. And swinging back to Aggie when she says that. Like, she's looking most definitely between the two of them.
Damn you and your delicious elf meat.
Two elves at the far end.
Well, that would be assuming you won and didn't get killed or severely injured by us. That would be a short-term game, and you have an opportunity for a very long-term game.
I see little guarantee of that.
Well, the guarantee is partly dependent on how good you are at fighting the other dragon, and we don't know that either. We do know that we and our groups are prepared to take on the other dragon.
So you wish my aid against Costax Kalor?
Do you wish the territory?
Of course I do.
Well, we could
We
process.
Yeah, it's a mutually beneficial arrangement.
But territory isn't all. He has a large horde.
You could get also a share of his horde if you joined the forces with us.
And you could have an
What
equal share with
share?
us. Well, we were going for a three-way split with our partners. So if we took you on as a temporary partner, it would be a four-way split.
She looks at you, Braxon, and says, half. And look at that note there, Braxon. That note I sent you.
Do I have to do this secretly?
GM roll, yes.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's a charisma check or something.
Okay.
I mean, if this horde is as massive as this dragon says, then I think half, and we split the other half into thirds with our party would still be fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Probably would. I don't really want to fight two dragons.
Same. I'm honestly fine with this.
I mean, the dragon may end up getting killed, but you don't want to play it off like that.
Yeah, I'm fine with giving this dragon half of the horde. Because if it is as massive as the horde as the dragon is implying, then we're probably still gonna get a decent profit.
Well, at this point, it's just kind of hope we break even.
I just
Claim
kind of
the
hope that we
profit.
don't. I'm trying to not get into a fight with this dragon, and I think that it's being very reasonable with us, despite the situation.
Well, you play into its greed and avarice.
Yeah.
Dragons like horde, so it gets territory, it gets thing. I wish I could talk, but I can't. So
I mean, you can
Yeah.
talk. You're invisible.
yeah, I know it's looked in my direction, but I don't know if it's seen me. It's just looked.
Yeah.
It also holds up a claw and says, "And I'll need a down payment from you. If everything goes as you've said, I will return it. But if things do not go as you hope, I will still come out ahead."
Then fine. What do you want as your down payment?
What are you offering us down
Your
here?
shiny
'Cause-
valuables. A
You accept-
large quantity of them.
Do you accept? Fine. I, Ockar, the Paladin, and the second in command, will offer some of my valuables to you as a show of good faith.
I don't know that we got loads of valuables with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
other than what we...
Okkar's gonna hand over some of his items.
Like
and-
what?
Yeah, you need to
Well-
say what you're handing over.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
because you
hand.
need those items to fight with.
I was gonna hand over the long spear and the 3,000 of my steel pieces as a show of good faith, because I imagine the long spear is a +3 weapon.
You're carrying
very
3,000?
Yes.
That
In my
weighs a
backpack.
fortune. You can't carry that much.
If he
Then
said,
I'm offering what were you gonna say, Ald?
well, yeah, I mean, if you calculated that into your weight for coming down here, then yeah, you got it.
No, I didn't. I'm gonna offer the long spear as a sign of good faith, because it's a +3 weapon. That's got to be very expensive.
It doesn't know that.
I would explain that it is a powerful magic weapon,
You explain where you got it from Radar.
and
Get
I
that story.
got it from the planet of Radel from a powerful demon that I slayed.
Have you no shiny metals and gems?
We
I will, of course, accept this as a down payment, but the things you call coins and gems that come from off-world are much more valuable to my kind.
Well,
What if we offered... You're green. Do you like green things?
I will take anything that you have.
Say we don't have it as... The problem is we don't have it with us. Don't have it with us
wait,
right
you
now.
want jewelry, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about offering the emerald.
I have an
that's worth,
I have an
like,
I have an idea.
20,000.
We're probably not going to run into the undead here, so I think I'm fine with this. I'm going to offer up the blue scarab amulet.
And
a
the
down
spear.
payment. And the spear.
Alright.
Will this amulet suffice as shiny?
2 items of value is hardly what I would consider a sufficient down payment.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's all I can offer.
Well, and you're just one person.
Yeah, I'm looking at the other
there's
guys.
a whole party.
I'm just going through that if I have anything that I could offer, since I'm basically going with bare minimum stuff.
Yeah, I didn't carry it. I got a large pearl. And yeah, I'm not too keen on giving my abs. That's a problem.
Braxon says-
she did say this is a down payment. She would return it if all goes well.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm offering that stuff as my down payment. That's all I can offer.
I will say that since essentially Ockar has stepped forward and said, "This is my share," she's now going to be looking to each of the rest of you for your shares.
Can she...
Braxon says, if we knew we were going to come here into your territory, which obviously we didn't, we could have brought more stuff. We have access to more stuff.
Problem is just guessing it here.
The problem is we were intended to come through and get into a fight, so we haven't brought a lot of stuff like that.
She looks at you and says, "I don't see how that's my problem."
No, I fully understand. Braxon takes out his magical dagger and says, "I have a magical dagger that I'd be better off fighting with this. I can lend this in your safekeeping if that makes you happier."
I see you have other things as well. You have no
Yes.
valuables on you, none of the metals and stones of you off-worlders.
Unfortunately not. I'm trying to travel light. But like as I said, we could get you more.
Yes, we certainly can.
Well, that is the plan, to have more, but that
Yes.
hinges on the defeat of Kostoxkalor.
Yes, I understand this.
The
I
most we
understand
can-
the position you're in, where we've come into your territory, where we haven't brought a lot of useful stuff for you, and you want stuff to to be collateral.
But the most we can offer are a few magic items. We still need stuff to be able to fight with.
Do you like bows?
Is it a magical one?
Yes.
Then of course I do.
Well, I'd be better off with this bow, but I will lend you my magical bow.
Alright, so that's 2 items from you. I know there are more of you out there.
Yes, our guide won't have anything, but the others of us.
Yes, I know they don't. She says that, like, you can definitely tell there's some feelings there. Aggie definitely looks like he's barely holding himself back.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that one thing that is helping to hold him back is the fact that he is alone, in that, you know, there are no other giants with him, and this is a pretty big dragon. So she kind of, you know, looks over where all the rest of you are, and says, "What else do you have to offer?"
Who's she looking at? That's the problem. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she looks at obviously all of us. I don't know that she can see me, so I'm not saying anything until she points me out.
She definitely, like, she has not given a specific understanding that there are more of you, like, how many of you are out there, but she has definitely indicated that she knows that it's not just the giant,
Oh,
the 2 humans, the wolf, and the invisible guy who has spoken.
yeah, that's why I've not said anything the entire
But
time.
she did look specifically in your direction, Lafdul,
That could have been a cursory glance.
with hunger in her eyes.
Not cursory glance if all said that it was specifically in your direction.
I mean, Leva is
So-
also there, so... Leva is also in your direction, too, so...
I will offer stuff when it comes to us.
I
but-
guess I offer as a down payment that my pet rabbit.
Alright.
I'm sorry, that's just funny.
And
Well, you
what is
worded that.
this?
It's magic item that can dig.
That is nice. And what else,
It's
my
only-
unseen friend?
It's only as a down payment, so I will be wanting it back.
Of course. If all goes well, then you will get it back. I will say this. 2 reasonable items, magic items, is based on the fact that she seems to have accepted that from Ockar and Braxon. That's kind of what you're looking at. If you got other things,
Yeah,
that's
I know
open.
what I'm going to offer. I'm not saying this now, but I'm probably going to offer my short sword +1 and my wand of negation. 2 magical items.
Solas?
And probably...
Yeah,
Arch
I'm
Pro.
going through if I have it. What
We
I
should
can
give the
really
dragon
offer.
that deck of cards. It'll probably blow up.
One, we don't have it on us. That
I
would
know
be
we don't.
hilarious.
I know we don't.
If
Oh, we
we
got
don't
these
have it on
amazing
us,
cards. You
then
should read one.
Pointless to bring it up.
Maybe it's a joke.
Alright, Leva, you're going to offer your Ion Stone. Don't you have some gems as spell components?
chromatic orb.
Yeah, it
little-
wants gems.
They're only like 50p, 50 GP.
Yeah, but they're gems. Yeah, I will offer a few gems. Some gems from my spell and scrolling components, or
All right, how many
Nice.
gems and what
Gems.
sorts?
I'm offering. Let's see. Bluestone 100 gold piece worth, and 3 bloodstones 10 gold pieces worth, and what else? I will also empty my coin pouches, which comes to mixture of coins worth of 100 steel pieces, and
She accepts that.
yeah.
Oh, you do have some of the shiny metals and stones. Thank you.
Only some.
I know there are others of you out there.
No and see.
She looks in the direction of you,
Oh.
Lafdul, and Leva, because you're both right over there. And she looks over in the direction of Finn.
Finn just meows. Pretend to be a cat, dude.
Panthers don't meow.
I mean, what's Beowulf going to offer if our other cat, Sylvester? What are you going to have?
Problem is, dragons didn't
Yeah, they
see
probably
basically
can.
magic.
All right. Finn will resume human form.
Laft will offer up his.
Might as well make
shorts-
this in good faith.
Yeah, it is
Alright.
in good faith, so as I know.
So what are you
I'm
offering,
moving over.
I am going to offer my magical staff.
Finn? Is that the Staff of Curing?
No, it's the one has some power that you can invoke on striking.
Oh, right, okay. Okay.
Oh, there's two of them. You got one, and Finn's. Solas got one.
And
I will.
my ring of spell storing.
Okay. She accepts those. Thank you, my panther friend.
Meow.
In human form.
Meow.
She lets out a rumble that you hope is laughter? Or a chuckle kind of thing? It's hard to say.
Lafdul says, "Can you use wands?"
Everything is status.
I pull out the wand of negation, and I pull out a magical short sword, and I say it's a magical short sword. The short sword plus one, the other one. And
Thank
the wand
you.
of negation, and I will offer up a pearl. 250 go. I might like the pearl.
Thank you
not,
very
so.
much. And I can smell that there is one more of you out there. So, Leva, since you had some issues, she's asking for a down payment. She has said that you will get this back if the plan goes well.
Fine.
You guys have basically said that she'll get half of the other dragon's horde and his territory if she helps you fight it.
I'm not gonna say so. I told you so. Okay.
You think it, the dragon reads your mind.
And this
I'm just listening.
this down payment is specifically that if things don't go well,
You get something.
she is still getting a toll off of you to add to her
So
horde.
would you be?
So she will accept 2 magic items, but she is also you could by now I think you would have understood that she is more interested in coinage and gems.
Oh, I can give her, in that case, more interest, coinage and gem. Just a moment, I need to open the character sheet. Everything closed down here.
Understandable.
So Leva is prepared to offer her 1,000 gold. Just like that.
1,000 gold coins?
Yes?
Oh, you got a bag of holding, haven't you? So you can actually hold it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the most generous of you all. Yes. That will do quite well.
There's half the party offering like 20,000 spear plus 3. Leva just gets away with thousands.
Yeah, but she asked what exactly the dragon is interested in, and then she offered that. She was prepared to offer other
Yeah,
things.
you were lucky
now-
you went last.
Yeah, but I
Well,
missed
I
most
saw-
of it as well.
Solas would have offered more money and gemstones instead of that pet rabbit, but for certain reasons he is not carrying them with him now.
So
Yeah,
she
I
directs
mean-
you to basically pile it all up in the open, and then says, "Very well, you may go, and you will get this back after Kostax Kalor has been defeated, and
How
his
do
lair is
we-
mine."
How do we... Well, I assume you'll be watching. You'll see a fight happening and you'll...
I will be watching, and I will help you when you confront him.
Braxon says, before you go, is there any information you can give us on our routes that would either keep us away from areas you want us to stay away from, or help us all secure our objective?
I'm sure you'll survive.
Is he a black dragon? I didn't actually know. I just straight up ask.
She.
Scales of black.
She.
No, he's
She.
asking about the other one, the one that you're going
Yeah.
to be facing.
It would...
Yes, he is of the black sort.
He's older than you.
Indeed he is.
Well, that sounds like it's gonna be quite the windfall for you.
Oh, it most definitely will be.
So, are there any patterns you've observed to his movements?
Probably shouldn't overstay or wake him.
I would recommend that you get a move on before it gets too late, or before I change my mind.
Yes,
Well-
good idea.
And she,
Lava, could
when
you-
she says change her mind, she will be looking in Leva, Lafdul's, and Aggie's directions.
Yeah,
Very
Braxon,
well.
I think we should leave.
Wow. Go for the elves. The tasty
Again,
ones.
it's your tasty elf meat.
Okay. Well,
Just wait until Lafdul can shape change one day. I will have my revenge.
Thankfully, I'm only part elf, so I'm not tasty for this.
What? Well, no, you're
Creatures.
like you are like a half. It's like it's untasty.
Yeah, he's
bits,
half as tasty. Or actually,
But the
probably
human
more than
part,
half as tasty.
Human part and elven part don't mix together well in taste-wise.
There's a part of me that wants to offer up a potion of consumable.
So are
Yeah.
you taking your leave
Yes.
of her? I mean,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
just you. That's you're like, all right, guys,
Yeah.
we should move on. But it's
Yeah, I
kind of
think-
up
I
to
think-
everyone
I
to
think-
move on.
I think we should leave.
no,
Yeah.
Braxton says, come on in. We've been asked to move on. Let's go.
We should say it probably takes about 2 more days to head over there. There'll
I
be
will
ships.
I will be watching.
Very well. We'll let the others know that you've promised your assistance.
So that they know that they shouldn't freak out if another dragon shows up.
Yes,
we
that
say-
would be best.
There is a couple more of the swamp giants. We will obviously inform them. I hope that isn't a problem.
If I get what I want, it won't be a problem unless they decide to do something else other than your agreement.
We will inform them.
Thank you.
Braxon nods and gets ready to move off.
Question?
A
Is
question for
your-
her?
No, for you.
Okay.
As the, are we already, or no, is Leva already familiar enough with the dragon to be able to send a message to her?
No.
To do a sending?
No. She said that she'd be keeping an eye out.
Yeah,
This is dragon.
I think
it's
she's.
just-
I think she's going to be following us.
Wow. That's kind of creepy. I'd hope not.
I mean, it's a green dragon. They are like that.
I know they're
Braxton
masters of
started to
lying,
move off.
deceit.
Give me a second.
Lafdul, you better look after your valuables.
Alright, so you guys are as a group moving on?
Braxton's husband.
Lafdul's going on.
Okay.
Don't know if anyone's following him.
You're going.
You don't need to actually
move.
move.
Oh.
You don't need to move the
Oh.
tokens as well.
I don't know where we're going, so
We're going
Just
to
continuing on in the same direction,
yeah.
kind of thing.
We
'Cause,
just carry on with our line of march.
Yeah. I mean, because again, this is a map that's just generic. It's not specifically representing exactly what you're seeing. It's just so that you have a visual, and so that there's you can position tokens around and stuff like that. That's all it is. All right, so you begin moving on, probably nervously looking back in her direction. There is kind of a rumble on the ground as you see, just as you're moving beyond visual range, her leap out of the trees and land on the ground near where you piled up all of the valuables. And then you skedaddle out of there.
Braxton,
Try Scrooge McDuck dive.
Braxton says to the others. Braxton says to the others, and he doesn't care too much if the dragon hears. If I would have realised we could pay the dragon to assist us, so I'd have bought a chest of coins for it.
Well, yeah, I would have put coins instead. They like shiny things, so.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, we'll
it's a
see what happens at
dragon.
the end.
There's always
We
a
did-
possibility of bribery.
We'll see what happens at the end.
Of course, you are still operating on her word to aid you.
Yeah.
She might just
Of
keep
all
our
the
stuff.
dragons, I don't believe is a green dragon.
Yeah.
She might just keep our stuff and not aid us.
I mean, she got something for nothing, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's
Well,
specifically what she wanted right now.
It depends how greedy she wants to be. I mean, she's
if
gonna
she
watch
sees,
us. She's going to watch us, and if she thinks she's going to lose, we're going to lose. She just probably won't join in
yeah,
the
if she
fight.
sees a fight and she sees an opportunity for that, and that dragon's engaged, she might just jump on an opportunity.
It's like, well, they said they're attacking him.
And they are, so now's my chance.
Yeah.
All right. So after getting moving away from her, Aggie kind of lets out his breath. You realize that he seemed to like practically be holding his breath the whole time, and you see he's been really tense, and he looks at you and says, I hope that was a wise decision. On your
Braxton's
part."
So do we.
Yeah,
Braxton's going to
hopefully
go
the-
to Aggie and thank him.
Yeah, sorry to put you in such a disrespectful position. Obviously, there's enmity between you. But
He kind of waves it off.
there was a chance it might help us. Hopefully, it does.
Indeed. So you get back to the journey. This time, however, you can tell that Aggie is he's pushing himself harder than normal. which is pushing you guys harder than normal. Like, definitely, like, let's move away from there kind of thing. That's what he's...
Yeah.
that's the feeling that you're getting from him. Is there anything anyone wants to do when they get away from the dragon? Like, cast any spells? Do anything?
I mean, I had a motion control. I was thinking about casting on Maggie, but if he's just moving forward, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, if we're definitely fighting a black dragon, we know absolutely certain when we're day there. Then I need to change my spells.
Does Leva have sending prepared today?
Why don't
Yes,
you ask
she does.
her?
Yeah, I was asking her. Do you think you can? Do you think you can send sending messages to the other two groups to let them know about our little encounter? So,
Yes.
thank you.
Do you want to wait until you camp, or do you want to do that right away?
Wait until we camp.
Whenever she's most comfortable.
I get
Yeah,
the
we can wait.
feeling that dragon might now be actively searching for the other groups, now that she knows that there are two other groups.
Yes,
Does she
well,
know that? Did
Yeah,
somebody
we pretty much just said that.
yeah,
You probably want to send after we've been traveling for like an hour.
yeah. Give it a
Well,
heads
I was
up.
going to do it when after we camp, when we are ready to settle down for the evening.
Okay.
I mean, it's your spell.
Yeah, we leave it to you.
All right.
Whatever you're most comfortable.
Finn, since
Well,
you...
it takes her 10 minutes to cast each spell, so we'd have to stay for 20 minutes.
Well, if we're already getting ready to, if we're already getting ready to camp, then it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some hours left before you're camping.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if there was anything that anyone wanted to do, like, essentially right after leaving, getting away from the dragon. Finn, did you want to change shape into something else, or are you going to stay in human form?
I think for the rest of today, I'll stay human form.
Okay. All right. So you guys are all on essentially heightened alert for the rest of the day, and that was just like early afternoon, so you still have quite a bit of traveling left. You do not detect any sign of her, like, stalking you or anything like that. Not that doesn't necessarily mean that she isn't, but if she is, you don't notice it. Lafdul, you had a question?
Well, actually, I can ask after the game, actually, never mind.
Okay.
Solas just wishes that he gets Fluffy back.
You've named her Fluffy.
Yeah, of course, it's Fluffy Buddy.
Fluffy bunny.
Didn't look fluffy, though, did he?
Not in its moonstone figurine form, but then again, what fluffy creatures would?
I don't know what type of rabbit it was, if it was just a generic rabbit or a particular breed.
It's a... well, I mean, it would probably be more like a wild rabbit than a domesticated one.
Yeah, that's why I was like, he's calling it Fluffy. He's got the most non-wild adapted bunny.
I mean, wild rabbits can be fluffy.
Yeah.
So.
This does modify my plan of attack some, but it'll still be fine.
And even if it's not fluffy, I still can call it fluffy.
That's true. That's true.
What did everyone offer up? I mean, I offered up my short sword and my wand.
I offered up my blue scarab amulet and the long spear.
My pet bunny, few gems, and 100 steel mixture of coins that are worth 100 steel pieces.
I've lent it my magical bow, so I don't have a bow anymore, and I've lent it my magical dagger, so I don't have dagger anymore.
Lots of gold.
Yeah, well, this is what happens when you don't bring a bag of gold with you into a jungle.
To be fair, it weighs a lot.
Yeah.
I loaned it the staff of striking or whatever it is, and the ring of spell storing.
Okay. All right. So you find yourself a campsite for the night. Aggie indicates to you that he thinks that the weather's going to get worse overnight.
Okay. Then, is that rain or wind?
He's expecting an actual storm moving in.
Our
Maybe
tent's
we
gonna
get
get
some
knocked
water.
down.
All right. So what was that?
I was just wondering if our tents were gonna get knocked down, or if we can secure them. Because in a storm, then
Well. I mean, again, the fact that you're down on the ground amongst all these trees offers you considerable protection against the wind, in and of itself. So.
Braxon says to Leva, if you're thinking of sending your message, maybe you can also warn them there's a storm coming.
Storm might not necessarily be coming to them.
Also, I think they can figure it out with the giant self.
oh, you know what I should have offered? I should. Well, actually, I'll
A
make
little
it
late now.
No. You'll understand when I say it. When it comes to the fight, and obviously the dragon takes the hold, I can offer to cut the gems for the dragon. Maybe the dragon will like that.
Sure. All gems generally are not glittery.
Yeah. So Leva, the dragon that you met, it's named Thalodaxa.
That's what I was going to ask after game, so Old can tell us.
Okay. And the one that is has the deal with Red Njord is Costax Color.
Stacks galore.
Costax Color.
Foss
Yeah, I've
stacks
got no idea how to
Cos.
spell those names.
Cos.
Foss.
Cos.
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 Hard C.
K-O-S, I wrote down. Cos, tax, color.
Now I'm thinking of lots of Russians doing that dancing. Cossacks galore.
So you set up camp. Any spells being cast at camp?
Yes. How loud
Wait.
must Leva talk when she does ascending?
Normal.
Could she
normal
just
speak.
mumble?
Not
just
mumble,
mumble in?
not mumble, but you could speak like just a normal, like the kind of volume that you would have with someone that you're talking to right next to you, kind of thing.
Do you think you could put the dragons' names in the group chat?
I'll give it to you guys afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Leva will contact both groups.
All right.
One after the other. It doesn't matter which one is first, which one second. And we'll tell them about the arrangement.
The
And-
impromptu dragon deal to keep ourselves from getting heathen.
Yeah, well, they probably know. Made deal with dragon. Or dragon deal. Encounter
Green
dragon
dragon.
deal.
We made a deal with dragon. It will help us, but it gets a territory in half the dragon horde.
So,
Well, it's up to Leva what she wants to tell him. So.
she will try and get as much information into 25 words as she can and still be fairly clear. And the message she wants to send is: met the dragon, made a deal. Be prepared, maybe it will turn up with you too. Met the green dragon.
Okay. So you're not mentioning the details of the deal.
No,
No, that's not.
say green dragon.
She did.
I did.
She did.
I don't think that's important because I mean, if we make a deal,
Will be.
the people say that if you make a deal with a dragon, it probably involves gold,
Yeah.
gold or shinies.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, whether you were mentioning the details or not. That's fine. I'm just checking.
Not
Well,
much
we don't
detail.
have many words, do we?
I understand. Yeah.
Made a deal, lots of gold if necessary.
Okay.
As a
or
side note,
parentheses, gold, commas, different, etc.
I mean, you could just say made a deal. That's fine.
Yes, that's what Leva was going to say in the very beginning.
Okay.
as a quick side note, Solas is really grateful that Braxon didn't offer his buns to the dragon as a down payment.
Why? He wouldn't have used them anymore afterwards. The dragon would have had them.
she would have most likely eaten us if he had done that.
Go on,
It
tell me
sounded
another
like
pun
she
as
has
I
a
rip
sense.
your arm off.
It sort of sounded like she has a certain sense of humor.
All right.
Maybe she would have kept Braxon.
So the response you get from the Star Knights is that understood. Will observe for dragon. Everything else fine, or something along those lines. And from the Octave Arcane, much the same, but they mentioned they had a nasty fight with a Chimera.
Ooh.
Ugh, okay. One retcon. Leva
Yeah.
would definitely have mentioned the name of the Green Dragon. Made Green Dragon,
Okay.
Daxa.
Okay.
It's a
May
D1.
deal with
Yeah, that's fine.
Green
That's fine.
Dragon name.
Yeah.
All right. Create campsite, circle of privacy, and anti-vermin barrier.
Yep. And I'm also going to add in a weather prediction.
Okay. Let's see. How is there a chance of that being successful, or is that automatic?
It's 95% for the first day, minus 10% for each day after, and I get 7 days.
Okay. All right. Let me see. 95%
Is that for the next day or the current day?
It'll be. I'll do the next day, since he's casting it at night. Like I would kind of treat it as like the next 24-hour period sort of thing. All right. So that confirms that a storm is moving in. Through tomorrow. Then it's going to be calmer the following day, but it will be raining. So no storm, but it will be raining. Let me see.
So everyday weather, got it.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Oddly enough, there is only a 50% chance that it rains, but I have been rolling a lot of those as rain.
Could the rain be enough to defend us against dragon attacks?
Defend?
Oh well, no. Like if they breathe stuff on us, would there be enough water in the
magic
air? I know, but like if they try and cover us in acid and we're covered in water, would that help?
I have my doubts on that.
I'm not going to roll anything for that. That's what Finn says is what he says.
Yeah, magic generally supersedes natural.
That's fine. I'm just Braxon's just asking the question. He's got an answer.
I need to roll for the next couple days' weather, so give me a second.
Don't you just love taking a Druid in the party now?
It's fine.
The weather prediction.
I mean, he would have to roll those weather rolls in any case.
I hate your puns. I just saw you run in Twitch.
Yeah, but you see, everyone else, when they finish watching the game, they can go over to Twitch and see if they hate my pun as well. Meanwhile,
I'm going to go off on a limb and say I will most likely dislike it.
Well, we'll see if there's any cheer that says the joke's good. There probably won't be. See, I get. Someone says to the other week, someone gave a cheer for me making a bad joke, which means they want bad jokes.
I don't think he showed up today. I think he said that his schedule was changing, so...
That's true. That's true. So
Maybe
maybe he's the only person who likes my jokes.
It's good that you don't like your own jokes either.
How do you know I don't like my own jokes?
Well, you said that he's the only person that likes your
True.
jokes.
Yeah, true.
Alright, so 85% for the following day is... Okay, so it'll... did I tell you that it would be just strong winds and rain the day after the storm?
Yes.
Okay, then let me re-roll that. Sorry. Okay. The winds will be extremely strong the following day. Gale force, no rain.
Okay.
Same strength of wind, but rain the day after that.
Okay.
Same thing. The 2 days in a row, gale force winds and rain.
Okay.
And then you do not get a prediction for the following day. And I'm gonna rule that a failure means that anything after that is lost.
That's fine.
Yeah, but you got almost a week out of that.
Yep.
Okay. So anything else that you guys want to do to prepare yourself before resting?
I think Braxon probably would have wanted to have pushed on a little bit further than usual before we made camp.
Well, Aggie had been setting a bit of a harder pace,
Right.
so you
So we
definitely
probably
did.
have-
You definitely did cover more terrain without extra time.
Okay.
It's a slight jog today.
Yeah.
Not a
Thankfully, we
jog,
have
but
that
just
unfailing,
a harder pace.
Thankfully, we have that unfailing endurance still.
Yeah.
I think
Totally.
Braxton would want to have a discussion with Aggie and Ockar about what we might need to do to defend against dragons.
If it's a black dragon, I can resist its acid and corrosion, but I'm only willing to prepare 3 such spells.
Yeah.
Well, I can always protect at least some of us from most breath attacks, I will say. So the protection also prevents us, anyone protected using bows or crossbows.
Do we think we're outside the Black Dragon's territory still?
I mean, you're still most definitely inside Thalodax's territory. You're not even in the
Right.
mountains yet. You will be getting to the mountains tomorrow. Like, you can tell
Right.
that, and Aggie would confirm that.
Okay.
So sometime tomorrow you will be getting to the mountains. I mean, it'll be the foothills of the mountains, but
Yeah. Do we think we're going to trust the Green Dragon?
As
Or
far as we
have
can
I
throw
don't-
it, probably.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't trust it as far as I can throw it, but I don't think we have much of a choice right
We
now.
don't have a choice, but green dragons are like masters of deceit, so
Look. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. We'll just work. We'll work with it. We need to work with it for as long as we can to at least get out of this
there's a
alive.
benefit to it. So there's calls for it to actually follow through with its plan. So
All right. Does anyone have any skills setting snares or anything that we could possibly use to
I have spells
put
that
some
do
things
that.
around the camp that will make a noise if people try to approach us?
I mean, I'm using spells to make our camp less noticeable. They only really notice our campsite by sight.
Okay.
Because the smells are muted, sound
Yeah.
is muted, but they can still see.
How's our camp for being hidden in bushes and stuff?
it's about as well
It's
as you
blend-
can.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
create campsite makes it blend in a bit.
Okay. Same resting, same watch schedule. Ockar, Braxon, and then Aggie.
How many days? 2 days or 3 days?
You're pretty sure that you got 2 days before you'll be ready to then meet up with everyone, and then plan out what you're gonna do from there. Do some scouting if you want, whatever.
Yeah, I'm just thinking at some point I'm gonna have to stop taking my camp spells. We've got at least another day.
So again, like, my understanding of what you guys were going to do is that you were going to all get together, maybe do some scouting, figure out and plan out, so that you probably have at least a day with everyone, like an evening with everyone before you do anything.
That was my thought process too. That we were going to wait for the others to catch up, and then we scout and plan out how we're doing this.
Yeah,
but they'll probably be ahead of us now.
It's unfortunate that my spells are going to run out around that time, so I might have to take a risk and not.
Do them early.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start casting them tomorrow. That means I'm going to need slightly longer.
Well, so, I mean, we're going to be ending the session right now. You guys will have the following week to decide if you are going to change up your spells.
Yeah, I can take 4 second-level spells and still keep 2 lightning loads,
So... anything else anyone wants to do before going to sleep for the night?
Lafdul will level up when he gets XP.
Okay. All right, then you guys bed down for the night, and we'll find out if anything happens during the night next time. But in terms of XP, let me go ahead and do some calculating.
Do you get XP for overcoming encounter?
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to defeat. Well,
yeah, exactly.
Maybe I should lose XP
if you captured all of like an orc band or something like that without ever raising a weapon, you'd get full XP for that. You know. So.
The thing is, do we get XP for not being eaten by a green dragon, or does a green dragon get XP for getting us to give it free stuff?
Okay, that is going to be for Finn, Lafdul, Leva, and Solas, 1,482 XP.
82.
Yep.
Yeah, my thief's gone up now.
And for Braxon and Ockar, that is going to be 1,522.
1,522.
Yep.
Unusual number.
I'm just recalculating my new XPs, but I have gone up a level, so.
I finally hit the 350k mark.
Are you going up a level?
No.
Oh, okay.
I still need another 250,000.
Did anyone do anything this time that they think fit in with individual experience awards kind of thing? I can't think of anything offhand.
Finn did some, didn't he? Finding clear water for the party, hunting, other nature.
Bouncing on Braxon.
That's a good point. For the water-related stuff, I will give Finn an extra, let's see, what was it?
I don't know if weather prediction plays into it, because it's using the weather to his advantage for Druid. Helping the party make plans. I don't know what is Druid-like things.
Right, no, but that's not casting a spell to further ethos. If he encountered an area that was ravaged by, orcs or something like that, trees cut down, plants burned, and he cast like a plant growth, that would be that.
Oh, that's good.
Finn, an extra 100 XP for using your granted powers.
Does he get bonus XP for his successful attack on Braxon?
Not XP, but he does get my thanks for having the opportunity to describe that situation.
That was funny. I like that.
He also gets to star in his own fan fiction.
All right, so Lafdul, your thief is going up a level.
10th level.
Level 7, level 10. Wow.
Yeah, I know. There's 3 levels between them now.
Oh, that's pretty great, actually.
Because it's like special priests have like largest XPs, I think, other than paladins.
I think paladins are the worst.
No, druids technically have the largest if you're going with their original track.
Yeah, but that doesn't really kick in until a lot higher. They're actually really fast. Like they're slow for the first 2 levels, and then they're super fast for like 8 levels.
And then they reach the death area where they have to constantly restart.
Yeah, which is why I'm not doing that for Finn.
The Hierophant.
Yeah.
Would Lafdul be able to specifically not steal anything and go around doing lots of religious stuff to try and level himself out?
No.
Or does it not work like that?
Alright, so no change in your Thaco right now.
Not much changes. I think I get a Do I get weapon proficiency, I think?
I don't think so. Not at 10. Not at 10.
Not every 4.
I mean, it's either 4 or every 3, and that's neither of those.
Oh, it's my priest that gets one next level.
And no changes in your saving throws. You will, of course, get your points for your thief skills. Oh, actually, you climbed walls, so that is an extra. That's an extra.
I thought it has to be.
I'll give you an extra 50 for that because it was a success. I'm not going to go for the full 500 because that's kind of ridiculous there.
Wow, really? 500?
Yeah, that's what it says. But that would be like a successful backstab. That's what I would do that 500
There
for.
you go. And you complained when you got asked to climb the tree.
Or using, like if your skills led you into a treasure hoard that you kept a portion of for yourself, kind of thing, or something like that.
To make any marks of 10th level 10.
So you want to roll for hit points, or do you want to get just the 3?
No, I'm rolling.
All right.
I'm rolling. Even if I get a 1, that's my last roll for this thief.
All right.
1d6. Lever, you want to say anything? Because you know how much I said something about a certain invisibility.
You
wishing me luck or not? That's what I want to know.
Yes, I wish you luck.
When we get to this black dragon...
Is Lever lucky? Lever is very lucky.
That's good.
That's pretty nice.
Thank you, Lever. Apparently you're very lucky.
So that's an extra 3 hit points.
Why can't you give that back? It's a giving and taking, this whole thing.
When we get to that black dragon at the end, Lever was talking about she can teleport with so much stuff. She could just teleport away with the treasure.
If she sneaks in.
Yeah.
You have to sneak in first, yeah.
She has...
so she would be able to teleport...
I got the numbers wrong. It's 250 to start with, and 150 for any level over 10 pounds.
I gotta recalculate my...
So that could work if you get a level variation.
Also, they wouldn't be able to steal all the treasure, just a significant chunk of it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You just get the valuable stuff.
It's not going to know how much treasure was there.
Well,
just keep it busy. Just keep it busy until I'm gone.
That's an interesting...
Leva steals herself into the thing, and she looks at everything. Lafdul, maybe you better come as well. Leva doesn't know anything about
Be careful, because dragons can apparently see invisibility.
Older dragons.
That was the green one. Who says that the black one can do that too?
The black one's older.
So.
Yeah, the black one most definitely can see.
They probably can see invisible
older
things.
ones are more powerful.
So we get in, are not being caught, and then we go to the treasure. Do you tell me what to pack? And when we have 250 pounds, Leva will cast teleport out, and we'll come back.
Yeah,
come
There's going to be some
That
of
would be
the items are
breaking
just
the
not
word.
going to teleport you because of the variation. Either everything
fine.
will or some things won't.
All right.
That
Well,
would be- that'd be
Well,
breaking-
I gotta go, but this
and
was
and
fun.
we need to go. Thank you guys for
Yeah.
playing. Thanks everyone out there for watching. It was a blast. And
Thanks
when
for
we
watching.
See
come
you
back,
all later.
when we come back next time, into the mountains.
Hopefully the dragon doesn't eat us. Or betray
Dragons
us.
always want to eat you.
Just hold out your gold.
See you next week.
See you next time, everyone.
Take care, all.